how is it that these 3 seasons are shot so apart, but your character, the minute I put season 1, 2 or 3, you're exactly in that mode, you're exactly in that character. How does this work?
Because I love her.
Right.
I love her. I love the show. I'm obsessed with her. So it's invariably besides that, of course, there's a fear of, now I won't know what to do only. But there, seriously, I'm like, nahi aayega. But there, I don't know what happens when I wear her shoes.
Wow.
And he'll vouch for it. So it's just,
actually.
I walk exactly. I walk different. And my actors, my team,
Your team,
and my
right,
actors. I love my teams.
Right.
Yes, madam, sir.
The consistency is amazing. Do you go back and watch before filming? Would you do that, or how do you?
No, I don't. But it's always something that I question myself on. I have this little, I have this little conversation with myself, saying that is it more productive to watch it or less productive to watch it? And I have found once I've done it for another show, for a subsequent season, where I've gone back and watched the material, because there was so much information in it which I needed to have, that I felt. And I think it's counterproductive.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
A grade.
Front bencher.
First in class.
In that
अभी डिस्कशन
experience,
ही कर रहे थे, अगर रसिका आगे जहाँ अगर एग्जाम में बैठी है, हमको उसके पीछे ही बैठना है, ये सब
Copy all
रेडी
her
करके आई
answers.
होगी,
ये पढ़ाई करके आती है बस टीम
और मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड की मेरा होमवर्क करेगी क्योंकि
What a terrific performance. When he told you, what was the first thing that crossed your mind? That these are stories that we have heard. We have not met these kind of people who where do you do your research, or is it just the script?
I like Nasir, and I'm not dropping names, but
Sure.
he taught us in FTI, and he used to say that every good script will tell you everything that you need to know about the world.
Right. A robber broke into a house just to charge. Broke into a house to charge his phone. True or not?
होना चाहिए क्योंकि चार्जिंग की बड़ी समस्या है.
I would do it.
Police found a gang that stole only shampoos from a supermarket.
that's rubbish. That's rubbish.
That's
That's rubbish.
Think about it.
Why?
It's true, I think.
No rubbish.
I think this
It's
was
true. It happened in Bangalore.
It's true.
I'm not able to answer.
Guys,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
true.
a great plot for season.
Yeah, in Bangalore. Yeah.
It's true.
But what's it? Why not
Because
they
they
were
were
body wash?
no.
Guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama.
Hi.
I can now say that I've watched some of it and can't reveal anything, but thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yay!
Thoroughly enjoyed it. First to you, what was the first idea? Like, when one season succeeds, obviously the idea is to make another season, and there will be Netflix. They also want another season. How do you make sure that this season deserves to be there?
I don't know if it deserves what, but I think we
Work hard.
work hard, and we look at what we did. We look at what we accomplished in season 2, and it was exciting because we had a criminal perspective appear, Tilotama's perspective, Karishma, and we look at the good things that happened in this season, and we think about, okay, what did we accomplish, and then where can the show go? What is there still left to do? What kind of story is still left to tell? If you look at Delhi Crime, season 1 is this, it's a very difficult, challenging, real case that Richie tackled, and season 2 is the Kachabanyan home invasion. Very fear and tension, and we've always felt the season can expand emotionally. That's the direction that the show can grow. So as long as we identify there's somewhere to grow, then we feel like we've earned another season. Or it's worth going out and seeing. Can we do more?
Right.
So that's spiritually, and then what was successful is seeing the criminal perspective in season 2. So season 3, we want to do even more and understand the criminal perspective from the beginning of the show.
Right.
And so that's a new challenge. So we look for new challenges and new places to grow. And there were enough. And then between Netflix and our team, we found the crime.
Right. I'll start with you, Madam Sir, because, one thing I have to say that anyone who watches will be like, this consistency is amazing. That, how is it that these 3 seasons are shot so apart, but your character, the minute I put season 1, 2 or 3, you're exactly in that mode, you're exactly in that character. How does this work?
Because I love her.
Right.
I love her. I love the show. I'm obsessed with her. So it's invariably what I mean. Besides that, of course, there's a fear of now. I won't know what to do only, but there seriously, I'm like, nahi aayega. But there, I don't know what happens when I wear her shoes.
Wow.
There's something that happens, and I know it sounds very freaky and all that, but trust me when and he'll vouch for it. You know, so
It
it's
walks
just
different, actually.
I walk exactly. I walk different, which is, and I walk much taller because of her. But I think it's that. Honestly, I've never ever thought of it. You know that I have to match her pitch to that.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember what I did in the last season, honestly. But I know her truth.
Right.
I know who
What
she is.
Right.
I know what she would want to say and what she'll hold back. You know, and what she's thinking when she's saying a particular thing. So it's not about an expression or something. It's about her what she feels and thinks.
Mentally, right.
And then of course she's grown in this 1 year or 2 years.
Yeah.
She's gone through her you know, where they threw her out of Delhi and
Yeah.
almost like she was outcasted. So it's all of that, and she's dying to come back to her team. So it's all of that, you know. So yes, there has to be consistency, like you said, but even as a human being, you're changing on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And in a show of 6 episodes, you can't be predictable because it's going to get boring.
Correct.
You know, so yeah, all of it, and of course, then the writing and the direction, director compliments it. And my actors, my team,
Your team,
and my
right,
actors. I
right.
love my teams.
Yes, madam. Sir.
You know, same question to you. The consistency is amazing. Do you go back and watch before filming? Would you do that, or how do you?
No, I don't. But it's always something that I question myself on. I have this little, I have this little conversation with myself, saying that is it more productive to watch it or less productive to watch it? And I have found once I've done it for another show, for a subsequent season, where I've gone back and watched the material because there was so much information in it which I needed to have that I felt. And I think it's counterproductive.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
A grade.
फ्रंट बेंचर्स
First in class.
In that
अभी डिस्कशन
experience,
ही कर रहे थे, अगर रसिका आगे जहाँ अगर एग्जाम में बैठी है, हमको उसके पीछे ही बैठना है, तो ये सब
Copy
पहले
all
ही
her
करके आई
answers.
होगी,
ये पढ़ाई करके आती है बस टीम
और मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड की मेरा होमवर्क करेगी क्योंकि
पैसे दूंगी तो कर लूंगी.
डन
दिखाओ.
Right. The same question to you. जब भी देखो, he's exactly the same. And you know, it's not just the uniform, it's not just the look, it's what she was saying, it's in the mind. Do you go back and watch कि देखता हूँ कैसा मूड, कैसा बात करता है, कैसा है?
मतलब नॉट नेसेसरीली. पहला तो ये होता है जब नई स्क्रिप्ट मिलती है, नया सीजन की कोई भी, तो आप वो पढ़ते ही आप उस दुनिया में चले जाते हैं. वो स्क्रिप्ट बहुत देती है, वापस से याद दिला देती है सारी चीजें, क्योंकि लिखते हुए भी वो सारा ट्रुथ है उस कैरेक्टर का उसमें. और फिर जब सेट पे पहुंचते हैं, वही कपड़े पहनते हैं, वही लोगों से उसी माहौल मिलते हैं, तो उस जगह पहुंच जाते हैं. कभी कभार देख लेता हूँ थोड़ा सा पहले का हिस्सा, मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा नहीं देखता, कभी कभार देख लेता हूँ. उससे एक शो का वर्ल्ड फिर से याद आ जाता है, एक उसका सुर याद आ जाता है. इसके लिए
I just feel that sometimes when you watch yourself from the outside doing something, you tend to subconsciously mimic what you've done rather than sort of do what you're supposed to do.
enough.
So those kind of issues start happening when you watch it, and it's sometimes very confusing.
Right.
So
It's different. See, it's different with every actor.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Uma, you're joining a series. You know, you're joining this where characters are established. Everybody has their space, has their fandom also going. We all fans. When you join something like that, firstly, is that on your mind that, you know, I have to make my own space in this show that is already established?
More than create my own space, I think I enter everything with a sense of collaboration. You know, I feel like this is a show that I'm a huge fan of. I have loved each and every character, performances, all the cases that they picked. So when I got the call, I was super excited, and I was like, okay, this is going to be fun because I love the show. So what can I do more that will just elevate it? So I always enter everything with a sense of, collaborative energy.
Right. You know, same to you. What a terrific performance. When he told you, what was the first thing that crossed your mind? That, you know, these are stories that we have heard. We have not met these kind of people who, you know. Where do you do your research, or is it just the script?
You know, I Nasir, and I'm not dropping names, but
Sure.
he taught us in FTI, and he used to say that every good script will tell you everything that you need to know about the world,
Right.
you know. But when I got the script, I knew. So Tanuj and I have known each other for a while,
Okay.
in the sense that we've met many years ago during Margarita, you know, like 11 years ago. And I think there was a sense of, you know, looking out for each other, although we hadn't spoken in 10 years. You know, it's like that. But it is very, very important as an actor that I'm able to trust my director and the intent with which they are trying to tell that story, you know. And from the first conversation, I remember our phone call, he said, Shai, I know you can do this and I trust you. You come in here and play because I know you can do it in a way, you know, that I think would. And I was like, okay, man, let's do this. And that was it, you know. And more than what was there on paper, and this is again the other side, right? Because I could trust Tanuj, and I was like, you know what? I will trust this man because what feels like there is a lot of scope that can be done. Then I went ahead and wrote my own scenes or improvised, and he let me.
Okay.
I've literally written rhymes. I didn't even think I could write rhymes, you know, but I got it. Like, it's bizarre. But I could go in that bizarre space because I was like, you know what? Even if I trip and fall, there's somebody to catch me.
Right.
And that sense of trust is, you know, it's almost invisible, but you really feel it when you're collaborating, like she said. And you can only collaborate when you know that you're surrounded by people who are amazing at what they do.
Right.
Even the co-actors, you know, the standard of performance, the standard of the quality is there.
Right.
So you will never fall flat on your. The things I've done on the show, I didn't think I could do them. I didn't think about it, you know, but it was so much joy and it was sheer magic, Rohit. The first day of shoot,
Nice.
I mean, all of us felt it, you know, and,
felt it, right.
and I think I'm an actor and I keep going back. Like, you know, the first day you all feel that, pata nahi kahan jayega, kya hoga, you know, you do everything that you can so that you don't let people down and yourself down and the material down. But then magic happens, and when it does, you're like, let's go back again and do it again, you know. So
Right.
yeah, I'm quite
Nice.
grateful.
You know, to the women, I'll ask, you know, this when you're a part of a story like that, this strong, you know, it's even when you watch, it stays with you. It's disturbing. As a guy, girl, doesn't matter. But does it make you more angry that aaj ke zamane mein, we are in 2025, still, like, you know, look at this poster, there are girls inside. This trafficking is it's still there. It's very much in our country, in every country. What goes through your mind? How does a person separate the anger from performance?
But you know, Rohit, it doesn't matter whether I do this show or no. That anger is still persistent.
Always there.
I mean, every time you read a case, you're like, when is it going to stop?
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
Yeah.
So I genuinely don't think it's about the show. It's about
Generally.
it's. I mean, sadly, we are not exactly in the greatest space.
Yeah.
We are the privileged ones.
True.
But a lot of women, most women probably aren't. And you know, I actually believe that there is a silent sisterhood, no matter where you go or who you are with.
Yeah.
And that's why we feel the compassion. But having said that, I'm sure these men feel exactly the same.
Exactly the same. 100%.
As we do.
100%.
You know, so it has to do with a person being sensitive enough to understand what is going on, what is the right, what is the wrong, and what is unfair.
Bilkul. Yeah. You were
No,
saying
I just want to add to what Chef was saying that, you know, absolutely, like we are privileged and there are many others like us, you know, who are privileged. But a lot of India, there's a massive divide, right? And we only we have a massive population, and that I think is where the problem really starts from, with very, very access to limited resources and things. And what that creates is for exploiters to come in and use that against a lot of these communities. I mean, you know, when I started, before I was even acting, I think I was 19 years old, I used to assist a documentary filmmaker. So I had the privilege of traveling to different parts of the country, and you really see how some of these migrant, you know, population people, the conditions they live in, how they travel, what really happens, and it really moves you. Because you really see the inequality and the unfairness of the system, where a dream is sold to a bunch of people ki okay, शहर आ जाओ for a better life, better something, and you're leaving possibly a beautiful house in a village where you have access to clean water, fresh air, family, community, but you leave all of that to come and live in what, some shanties if you're lucky, to work at somebody's you know, in somebody's house or somebody's office, and it's really heartbreaking actually.
Right. Yeah. Rasika?
In terms of safety of women, I don't think we've made much progress at all in at least the years that I have sort of looked at it as an adult and experienced sort of navigating this world as a woman, you know. So I don't think that conversation, unfortunately, I don't think there's been much progress.
Correct.
It's still very basic. Ki how do you get from point A to point B without being molested? You know, how do you sort of go about a very regular thing in your life without
And if something happens to you, you have to go and hide indoors.
Yeah.
Ki kuch galat ho jaye, so then you have to be shunted in.
And the concept of shame around that and all of that. So I think those there is more conversation around it. Yes, there is more reportage around it. Yes, but in terms of how much that has changed, I don't think it's changed much. Still hugely gendered, patriarchal, and all of that starts from the smaller stuff, which becomes bigger safety issues. So yeah, that is something that anger sort of is there always. You experience it in every small thing in your life also, and yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm just, even listening to them makes me really emotional, because there is no safety for children in our country, you know. And I've just done a film called Dear Men, and I've done a film called Leeches before that, and where little girls are just sold off, you know, and or picked up, or this, what you were saying, this dream of a better life. And because there's a huge part of our country that has no access to information. There are people, girls, who can never get out of their little, you know, when you talk about freedom and choice, and they don't really have a choice, man. And the thing is that it's so prevalent all around us. Even probably people we meet every day are perpetrators. You know, the nexus is so strong. It's such a money-making prospect for most people who are in positions of choice and power. It is a supply-demand thing. If there will be no demand, there will be no supply.
Right. Yeah.
There is a constant, you know, what are the people who are constantly buying children? The things that children go through, you know. So we need a Delhi crime. We all need to keep talking about it. And we should not shut up till every little child in this country, irrespective of their gender, can walk at any time in the day or night and be safe.
True.
You know,
Absolutely.
and I mean, our Olympics gold medalists were on the street. Nothing happened. You know, and it just you have to be angry, man. You have to be really upset, because till each single person is not, it will not change, like Rasika said. Nothing has happened.
True.
You know, we all are a tiny part of the privileged community. And a friend of mine was recently telling me that he spoke to each girlfriend he has, you know, any woman that he's friends with, and asked them if they've had a bad experience in their life. And it's 100 on 100.
Yeah, that's really sad. Do you know, both of you want to add something to this? This is like a problem that exists. We will keep showing cigarette kitna kharab hai ads, but cigarettes will sell in every shop.
I'll just add that this isn't just India either. Right? This is not an indictment on one country, or this is a global issue. It's a vertically integrated business that has outside buyers, and it's not just about India being exploited. You see the Epstein case in the U.S. This man had an island and was flying women over there and keeping. You watch the documentary on Netflix.
It's about power.
It's about power, and it exactly. You know, you keep stripping away culture, keep stripping away the surface layers of all this. There's a very base core. There's a core exploitation, and let's call it between men and women, or whatever it is, power, and like Huma says, actually it's about power, and it has to be dismantled if we're going to evolve as a planet. It has to be dismantled, and so the more we can just get to the core, the root. You know, we can call culture, we can call a lot of things, but this is a global problem. You know,
actually, our nuances change in different cultures, but absolutely it exists. Like, I mean. And it's really unfortunate.
Sure.
The society needs to change.
मतलब who will not be affected by it?
course, right.
और हम आर्टिस्ट तो बहुत मतलब मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि सब लोग होते हैं, बट आर्टिस्ट आर आल्सो एम्पैथ्स. लेकिन मुझे ये लगता है कि while coming back to your question, कि हम काम करते हुए कितना अफेक्ट हो सकते हैं उससे. वो सब मुझे ये लगता है कि वी हैव टू बी क्लिनिकल अबाउट इट, लाइक अ डॉक्टर.
Yes. Yes.
अगर वो एम्पैथी में चला गया तो वो ही won't be able to operate the patient. तो whether he is a writer or a director or an actor or a painter or a poet or anybody, उनको क्लिनिकल होना पड़ता है. That's part of our job.
You have to zoom out
Yeah.
from.
No,
and
very
just
well
not-
put. Very well
Can you all do that? Can everybody cut off, switch
You
off?
have
and
to.
you
It's
have
not
to.
possible.
It's not a choice.
Once I was doing a scene where the guy had to rape me in the scene. The director was so uncomfortable that she left the room. And she said, Shai, tu sambhal le. Direct kar
Oh
le."
my goodness.
And I had also workshopped with him, you know, whatever. And he's an old man, okay? Like he was 65 at the time. And I literally had to tell him what to do to me and also tell the camera how to shoot it.
Wow.
That's crazy, but yeah.
But you have to. I mean, I know this is an
You
extreme,
have to be
but you
clinical,
know, it was
yeah.
just such a weird kind of, you know, screwed up space. But you have to, I'm saying as actors, you have to be that clinical, what he's
Right,
saying.
right.
I mean, you know, there's no other way.
Right. But, great performance. Huma, I want to talk about your character as well. She's such a, like, you're suddenly, you have so many strong characters. Like, you have Maharani going on, you have this, you have a next film also coming up. Are you attracting these kinds, or are they coming to you?
I mean, it's a bit of both, no? I think, I mean, honestly, the way I look at it, you can't really change other people's choices. You can only control your own.
Right.
And the way you approach things. So, yeah, perhaps I'm attracting it, but also I'm really grateful to all my directors, writers, co-stars, who are just allowing me to have fun.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do think that I end up picking interesting characters. Like, the only rule for myself, Rohit, is just that I don't want to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm doing now this, I don't think I'll do another character like this. I mean,
Correct.
ho gaya.
Correct.
The darkness has been touched. Now something else has to happen. Now what that is, even I don't know. But I think, and as actors, it's very
There are many other kinds of talent.
perhaps.
You'll be
But
back.
हमारे हाथ में वही है ना, because people are very ready to slot you. Like I remember, I think I was chatting with somebody and I was telling them that after Maharani I got like 3 other Bihari characters, and I was like, I don't want to do it. There's nothing else left in me to give.
To give, right.
So I'm just trying to maybe pick different genres or different kind of scripts, or just because each material is different and the director would sort of treat it differently. So I'm just trying to mix it up.
Right.